Welcome to Living with Intuition Coffee Chats, your source of real perspectives, insight, and humor from down-to-earth, kick-ass intuitives. Join Lindsay from Super Secret Powers and Andrea from A Soul's Journey with Andrea as we delve into today's coffee chat.
Hello. Welcome to Wednesday's Living with Intuition with Lindsay from Super Secret Powers and Andrea from A Soul's Journey with Andrea. And we get on every Wednesday and we talk about what it's like to live with intuition. And of course, if anybody ever has any questions, you can feel free to put it in the comments. And if you have any topic suggestions for later on, just to pick our brain about something, please feel free to mention it.
Yeah, we enjoy that. There's somebody else's thoughts,
Now, happy full blue super moon in Pisces. It has certainly got the energy feels back up again, but do not mind me if I seem a little down than what I'm used to. But I have a sinus infection and my voice is going in and out now. So yay. So I'm just like, all right, I'm getting on antibiotics tonight because we have 5 days until Unleashed begins, our 5-day masterclass. And, I really need my energy back for that. We will start letting people into the private Facebook group for that challenge on Friday. And then on Sunday, we're going to get on live to kick things off. And I know I want to start off with a little spiel from my Discover Your Authentic Meditation workshop, because so many people last time were like, oh, this is a lot of meditation. It is, because it's a practice we build on. So I introduced one practice, and then I kind of build on that same practice every week, but it's all in one meditation for each day. So it's not like all 3 different pieces. It's like one meditation with a new ending. The same meditation now with another part added onto it. Because I wanted you to have one complete piece so you can keep practicing it even after the challenge is over. But yeah, come get empowered with and by your intuition. Join us in Unleashed. The link is already in the comments for that, so you just sign up for it for 5 days.
Well, so exciting!
It snuck up on me. I was like, yeah, and yeah, no, it's really an experience, because it's not just us dropping task videos. There are task videos every day, but then we're going to get on live and we're going to talk about stuff. We're going to answer questions, and we're also going to do other experiences during this masterclass, including a sound bath and a light language transmission, all live, all off the cuff. So if my dogs explode, oh well, in fits of barking. It is what
happens.
It is. We are all about being unleashed and just being ready to show up and be in our presence with this, and that's what I really hope to pass on with this. But what else are we doing? Are we doing cord cutting?
That's my favorite thing.
An inner child healing.
Yes, that's my other. Yeah,
I feel like there's something else that I'm forgetting. Oh, the guidance sling.
And we're having so much fun with that now in the paid group that I cannot wait to show you guys that, because it really once you do it a couple times, it gets even better.
Oh, me and my cards.
Oh my god. I know. That one card that kept coming up.
It keeps floating around.
It's like everybody's getting it.
No matter how many times I shuffle it in different sessions, it keeps coming up. It's like, all right, we all need some boundary work, apparently.
Yeah, that's a statement. Big one.
Oh, but yeah, we have fun, and that's part of the point of this, is to have fun and to have a place where you finally belong. Because let me tell you, it took me a long time to find a place where I belong.
I know.
And it all kind of just in this one year, where not only did we launch the paid membership, and of course we're running these Unleashed experiences, but like I stepped back into a magic circle, and I'm helping to found a coven, and she's getting initiated. She's on the path to initiation. I already got mine. It's been a crazy, unexpected year of community and finding that belonging, and it's been quite an amazing journey. And I hope you find it with us through Unleashed. But now, Blue Moon. I don't know. How do you feel the energies have shifted?
To me, they've gotten lighter. I feel like I've released a lot of things recently, and now all this positive, really high energy, uplifting stuff coming in. And I just feel more bouncy and not so that felt weighed down most of the month, but now I feel like I bloomed, and everything was leading up to this. We were talking about Saturn and Jupiter. I think they had a big role to play, and how we managed a month and came to this point.
Well, no, absolutely, and it's still going to shift around a little bit, because we're only this week have we gotten to the point where we have like 5 planets in retrograde. I mean, that's intense. That doesn't happen every year, and not all of the planetary. Well, I can't go there right now because my brain is toast.
I do have a post out on my page
because
about it, about retrogrades and how I feel about them. There's a post out on my page, so go to my A Soul's Journey with Andrea and check me out.
But yeah, and then I know at the beginning of September something's going out of retrograde, and then like September 14th or 15th, Mercury's going out of retrograde. But by this point, we're at about the halfway point for the Mercury retrograde, so things are going to start shifting kind of anyway. I mean, this blue moon just feels like the icing on the cake, and I don't know. For me, it feels like more of a resolution. I didn't have any messed up things happen. No. And I don't feel like I have to knock on wood for that, because we've been fairly consistent with how we're dealing with things, and so we're fine.
Right.
It almost seems like Mercury saying, all right, you kind of checked all my boxes that I had.
I do feel that. I do.
Proceed forward in a better fashion.
We've been on top of things, and our awareness has grown, and I don't have to kick your ass like I usually do.
Yeah.
It was a very nice, smooth feel to it this time around. And I mean, and that's really encouraging, and you should take it that way, because it's not a bad thing. It's teaching you, and you're growing, and you're letting go of things that you don't need anymore, and it's a graceful process if you embrace it. I mean, it's hard. It's got a bad rap. But I think it's the best kind of therapy ever, right? If you listen to it. I mean,
well, because it messes with so many systems that we rely on, that to all of a sudden not have to have that, whether it's your car or your computer or your internet network or whatever, and all of a sudden, it's a bit of a shock. And I think we have to just learn to lean into that shock a little bit. Find the working solution. It's not just going to last 3 days, but it's going to last like a couple weeks or however long you need until you can find that longer term resolution for what you're doing. And that will tick Mercury's box, because it's being proactive. It's being making sure the way is clear for your next couple months until it goes retrograde again in December. Yay.
But really, it is about your perspective. If you go in willing to do the work and knowing that you're going to change and grow because of it, it does help a lot. If you go on, oh, that damn retrograde's back again, it's gonna screw up my life and all. If you go in with that of course, everything that you think is going to happen is going to happen because you went in with that thought, you know?
Or worse, because
or worse,
you might let in somebody else's
right
emergency because,
I feel like there's a domino effect to it once you go down that wormhole. So I try
Down
very hard to,
spirals.
right, yeah, you have to have some self-love, self-care, like kind of rituals to do during retrogrades. I do a little different.
Lots of rest. Lots.
And I give into it. You have to give into
Sinus
what
infection.
you have to listen to what your body needs. If you need more water, it's going to tell you. If it needs more sleep, it's going to tell you. You're going to feel it, and then when you start feeling into it, then you take care of yourself better and you get through it better, I think, you know.
Well, yeah, before you turn into, and before you have that moment where you turn into a crying, raving lunatic.
I know. Oh, believe me, I've been there. I mean, yeah.
Last week I wanted to be there because I think, if you're very sensitive, you tend to feel these things before they even hit.
Right, yeah,
Even
yeah.
like a couple days to a week, even for just the planetary stuff.
Yeah.
But when it's something bigger, like eclipse season,
Yeah.
yeah,
It's
more than 2 weeks ahead.
But when you're ultra sensitive to these things, you really have to do the self-care and I research things and I make sure I know what's going on, so I kind of know how to handle because I've already known what to expect a little bit. I find that when I know ahead of time that something's coming, then it doesn't hit me as hard because I've done the work ahead of time even to prepare. It's, I don't know, like you prepare for a party or something, right? You don't just that day sit down and expect everything to be there. You're planning things, you're buying things, you're ordering things, and then
you'll know you'll need to be a little bit more diligent,
right,
too.
yeah. I mean, and you have to send a guest list out. You have to do all these things before the party happens, right? And that's the same way I planned for, well, it's a party of some kind when a retrograde comes up or an eclipse.
Oh.
So you had to plan for the party.
Yeah. So for me, it was certainly like in the immediate sense, it was really just paying attention to my body, and knowing I needed antibiotics because the rest I took last week wasn't enough to kick my body over this. Yeah.
And you have to know when all the natural remedies and all that we try to stick to and not go to the medicines, when it doesn't work fully and you still need that little extra kick, you have to give it and do it, you know? I mean, you do what's right for your body. You want to be healthy.
We are a believer in all of it. Allopathic certainly has its time and place.
Right.
That's, regular Western medicine, and the natural supplemental complementary forms of medicine certainly have their place too. Use it all as you can because it's what's available and as it makes sense. I'm sitting here still debating whether I want to do some of the psoriasis shots because I know they are immune repressors. So it'll repress your immune system, and here's me with my sinus infection of the season, and I'm like,
right.
I don't want to die of a cold. No. I don't think it's going to be that dramatic. but
right, it will boost your,
silly, but
it'll help you with all your immune problems.
I don't know, because I don't know that if it means my immune system is overreacting. So maybe it needs to be, see, the things you don't know about how the body works, it's not something you have to be afraid of. It just means I have to do more research and learn to ask the Google more, better questions. But it's the same thing with intuition. And even if something feels like a double-edged sword on the intuitive level, you still can bolster things up and back things up for yourself and your intuitive alignment through some quality research. Because you might not understand exactly what a symbol means or exactly what pardon me, a perceived motion that you see happening in your head means like to the body, but then like you look it up and you're like, oh my god, that's exactly what DNA does. So maybe this was a message about, you know, DNA, and then, you know, maybe I need testing, maybe I need like maybe, you know, whatever, go down your own rabbit hole with that. Well, because you got to trust yourself. So, you know, you have to use that discernment in any and all cases, even with guides, because guides don't exactly know everything. I mean, they know their own perspective. They know what they've been told. They know what they've learned. And it's very different than what we know. So it's easy to believe, like, oh, they're going to know the absolute best marketing tips. But if you're talking to your guide and they don't really seem to know like the absolute best marketing tips,
Right.
this is, you know, where you have to then explore how to get in touch with somebody who has more practical experience translating some of this energy stuff back down to a 3D level. Just saying.
My guides, they sometimes withhold information on purpose because they want me to figure something out first before they proceed. And so there's like steps in their journey.
Definitely periods where they go radio silent
it's
for
like, what the heck, man? Like,
a couple days to like a week and a
it's
half.
like, okay, I get it. Like,
No, especially up in Mountaintop. When we lived up in Mountaintop during those summer, we were having not retrogrades. Eclipse summers then, and I remember very distinctly. It was just like, all right, this is another eclipse radio silence going on. I guess I'll catch back up to you next week. Well, then can you answer it this way, since you're obviously not going to be like
right? Can I have a tiny little hint? Can you give me a little shove in a direction?
I'm going to take that noise as validation that I maybe need to lean this way a little.
All right. Stop being stubborn, Andrea, and do this. You know, it's like you got to do this, so they'll come back and talk about the next step. We've learned to laugh at that though, because there was a time when I took it way too seriously, and I was like pissed off at them. I'm like, but now I understand better what they're really, you know, up to. So you kind of have to be patient with the process.
Yeah, because
it comes down to it. It doesn't happen overnight.
As much as we think we're in control, we are not in control or able to really have co-creative kind of vortexy quantum leaping kind of control until we are also in alignment with the timing of the thing.
Right.
Because the thing always has its own timing.
Divine timing.
And it's, you know, and it's not something that's generalized either. It's not like all house transitions, you know, from buying and selling only take this amount of time, happen in this amount of space. It's like, it depends on, you know, the exact conditions of where you are.
Because if it happens too soon, then it's not going to work for you the way they want it to or you want it to, and you're just going to be disappointed. You know, so everything happens in divine timing for a reason, because all the elements come together and the puzzle finally fits together. And now,
including the billion ones you don't see or
right.
know about or perceive.
Exactly. There's so much more going on behind the scenes than you know.
Yeah, so much more. And you don't have to know it all. And then that's the other thing. Like, just give yourself permission to know what's important to know sometimes. Because you can really get lost. Like, just get lost in a whole experience. Because it felt good, but you could miss the entire point.
Right.
Because so you're like, oh, well, Anubis was standing there, but I don't know why. Okay. Hey, back to the pretty pyramid.
Yeah, right.
I don't know, this jackal guy was there, whatever. I'm teasing.
Yeah.
I am teasing. I am sarcastic. And I'm tired and I'm punchy.
But this is who you get in Unleashed too, by the way. We're just like, you know, you can't take life too seriously, you know?
No.
And we have a lot of fun together, so we bring that to you, and then you can join in on the fun. We're very authentic and just being ourselves here. We got our coffee, and we're just going to chill with you. And
Yes. Yes. But yeah, we have a little meditation, and it's going to be low key because none of what I wanted to happen is happening today because I barely have a voice. I didn't expect that. It wasn't like this yesterday. Um, and I still have to go pick up my antibiotics later, so yeah. So it's going to be a little different in that I'm not going to end it. I am just going to turn the video off and you can go ahead and continue to have your experience. So if you wanted to sign up for Unleashed, please open the link now or come back to the video later when you're done. And of course, like, follow, share all of this beautiful stuff. And happy Blue New Moon again.
many, many blessings.
And I'm just going to just guide you into a space where, you know, you are nice and calm and relaxed. And we're going to just get in touch with the moon. And I am just going to leave you in that space because, you know what? You're not going to get stuck there. You're not. That's like, I'm sorry, you're not. All right, so just give me a minute to bring up my little file with my words here. I'm going to cut Andrea off on my video screen. All right, of course, if you are driving a car, please do this after you are not driving a car, because
Be safe.
that'd be bad. So find a safe, comfortable spot to either sit or lie in. Of course, put your phone on vibrate for now. If you can, lock the dogs out. Lock the kids out. No.
They're sleeping, babies.
If you need a blanket, wrap yourself up in a blanket, get a pillow.
Your favorite crystals.
And when you are ready, close your eyes. I'm going to lean in so you can hear me better. And we're going to start with some nice, big, deep breaths. Really want to oxygenate your blood, get more oxygen in your body. Try and breathe from your belly as easily as possible. And just lightly bring your attention up to your head, your face, your jaw. Just make sure everything's nice and relaxed. You know, move it, stretch it, do what you need to do. And your shoulders and your neck, make sure they're nice and relaxed. You're just coming into a place right now that is very safe and secure. And we're going to do something amazing and fun and beautiful. Another deep breath as we relax our chest and our abdomen, our mid-back. And a nice breath as we relax our tummy area and our lower back. You You might even begin to feel your breathing change at this point, getting a little deeper, a little bit more relaxed. Wiggle your hips if you need to. You can move your legs around, your knees, your ankles. And really stretch out your toes and your feet. Get nice, just nice and comfortable and relaxed. Now, and let go of any thoughts you might have. Thank them for coming. Thank them for reminding you. But now it's time to just focus on yourself and your energy and your experience of just being well, of being okay, of feeling good. And allow your consciousness to settle into your physical being and seek your center. And just rest in that and continue to breathe for a few moments and just experience what that stillness feels like, floating in the dark waters or dark space of the eternal soul self. Now picture, imagine, feel, perceive in some way your light body, the energy around your physical body. And follow that light body out a little bit to find your Merkaba, which is a 6-pointed star structure surrounding your body. Take a few moments just to feel into what it feels like. What does that structure seem to do for you? Imagine, feel, or perceive in some way the Merkaba beginning to rotate, to spin around you, if it wasn't already. It can spin in any direction, it does not matter. Just let it flow naturally. And the speed begins to increase. It spins faster. And faster. And as it spins, you feel more aligned than you felt in a very long time. You feel clear of the 3D experience you've been living in your daily life. You spin faster, faster, and soon a channel opens up from the top of your head and the top of the Merkaba, and that channel of light, when you look up, you see the moon. Witness to millions of years of life on this planet. A representation of the goddess herself. Breathe in that light. Surround yourself with that light. Now I'm going to leave you to experience becoming one with this light, and the full knowledge that you can and will come back to your daily life when you need to. Namaste.